All right, so it's wintertime here in Oklahoma, and you know what that means. If you're a trout fisherman, you are gonna get overrun by Texans. Why? Because guess what? Here on the Blue River, there is some excellent trout fishing. The state of Oklahoma does a phenomenal job at stocking it. And the locals fish here, but the Texans fish here even more. And we're about to find out how good the fishing is. We've never been here before. We're trying to get away from the crowds, parked a little bit away from the parking lot, and walk down this path to what we're told is a really good hole with some nice rainbows. If somebody hasn't beat us to it, get ready to enjoy some of Oklahoma's best trout fishing here, roughly 2 hours from the DFW area.
After West Virginia, this is.
So far, folks, Pat has the hot hand.
Oh, and nicer fish.
Is it?
Nicer fish.
Oh yeah, thick.
Big. Oh. Thank you, Mike.
Ooh, they're growing.
That's pretty rainbow.
They're growing. Pat, you got one?
I think I can take my foot.
Okay. All right, so if you guys are new to fishing, trout fishing specifically, and here in Oklahoma, there's a lot of people that haven't trout fished. This is crappie country, catfish country, bass country. It's also trout country, just most people don't really know about the good stocking program they have here in the state of Oklahoma. And we're gonna talk to you about reading water, okay? Big Mike's about ready. He's gonna get his eggs. He's gonna throw them out in this hole. This is a great looking hole. Keep an eye on where he's gonna throw that bobber. He is right on the edge of the current line, okay? Oh, he had one already. Wow.
I looked the opposite way.
So trout don't wanna be, especially in the winter, in the fastest moving water because it's cold. They wanna be right on the edge of that current line. So you want to throw it right on the edge of the current line. That current line and the conveyor is like a conveyor belt. It's bringing food to them, it's bringing oxygen to them, and they're waiting to ambush that bait. So Big Mike's gonna rebait right here. And we're gonna watch and see exactly where he throws that bait. See all this right here? We call that dead water. There's no current, none of the trout are in that water, all right? They're gonna be up over here, right on the edge of that current line. See if we can see his float out there now. Floats way out there. Pat, get him. Fish on, folks. Fish on. Got him. Folks, it's that easy.
All right, today we're fishing a new spot in Oklahoma. I got a 6.5 foot rod, 4 pound test, new fire float, down to a shot line to a new fire hook size 12. I'm gonna try some gold label eggs, see what it will produce. Feels like a nice one.
They're fighting now. This one's staying low. I like that. Better fish, yeah. Hard fighters. Man, this water's cold here in Oklahoma. Beauty.
There we are. We got this one on the gold label. Getting bigger, every one.
Another good fish. Hard fighting. So like we told you guys before, not all fish are created equal. There's fish in here that are 10 inches, 12 inches, we're told up to 5 pounds. We haven't seen any of those yet, but we're gonna show you exactly what these bad boys look like and what you can expect as a common average. That is what you can expect to catch here as an average fish. Big Mike's gonna put them in the net. We're gonna show you what we're doing with all these fish. This one is free to go home. That way, sir, that way, that way. Go ahead, be gone. All right, guys, one thing to remember here in Oklahoma, the limit is now 3 trout per person. So we want to keep fishing. We're not keeping fish. In order to do that safely, we're using a float. And the reason why we say that is, using a float, you're gonna hook them in the mouth. You're gonna see the bite, be able to set the hook right away, just like that, and release them. Now that's all you need with Gold Label. Simple, easy, they bite it often. Just the smaller fish, but we can only catch what they put in here. So we're assuming that that's the smallest one you would see in here. And then you get them up to several pounds, but that's all you need to do.
Fishing.
Yep.
So today I'm bottom bouncing again, and I'm using a little bit of fire bait. So I wanted to show you how I'm doing it. So this is a chartreuse garlic. I'm just taking it's cold out here today, so any bait you got like this is gonna be hard to get. Just all I use is a little pinch of it. Roll it in a little ball. Place it on the hook. And that's all there is to it.
Big Mike, can you do the honors here? Help Pat net this fish. We can't even get him in. So you talk about a difference in the size of fish. Okay, you saw the one Big Mike just caught. This one's about double that size. Still not big, but respectable. Got him. Look at that. 3 fish, 3 casts. This one's a little bit bigger. Big Mike is about to run through a whole jar of Gold Label without even shuffling his feet. Look at that, folks. Any questions? See that hook? That fire hook is hanging out, dangling out its mouth. Several years ago, we received a phone call from Scotty's Blue River One Stop here in South Central Oklahoma. And they called and said, we need to buy some of your product. We can't get it from any of our local distributors. This was at the time back then. And everybody's coming here requesting it. It sells very well. And we said, hold on a second. Where are you guys? He said, well, we do the Blue River in Oklahoma. And we had never heard of that before. You know, we knew they did a little bit of trout stocking in Oklahoma, but not to the extent that they do here. Sure enough, 3 years later, we found ourselves here in the winter fishing the Blue River, only about 2 hours north of Dallas. We had a great time, and we were blown away by how good of a job the state of Oklahoma does stocking this water. Now, prior to coming here, we went to that Scotty's Blue River, and we stopped and we said, hey guys, where should we go? They have a big map in there. People were, you know, getting their own sodas from the soda machine. They were eating hamburgers cooked on site. They were buying bait. This is the last stop for anybody until you get in this area. Now, they told us to go to Hughes Crossing. They said, you guys want to go to one of the most popular places on the river? Go here. Everybody will know right where you are. He goes, and I've got a tip for you. When you get to Hughes Crossing, walk upstream and you'll see a little waterfall. It's only a couple feet tall, but there's always trout there. He said, you guys kind of got your backs up against the wall. They have not stocked yet this week. They stocked early last week. We didn't know that was a big deal. But as much fishing pressure as this place gets, which he told us is mostly from people fishing from North Dallas, fishing from Oklahoma City and Tulsa, not many locals hit this area compared to the total number of people that are here. Now, that's all we did. We headed to that one area and we used 2 baits. Big Mike used Gold Label, all on the small fire float with a size 12 to 14 fire hook, and Pat used the chartreuse garlic fire bait. And sure enough, both these guys caught and released tons of fish. We only spent about an hour and a half here, you know, and this information we're going to give you came from the folks at Scotty's Blue River. We can't verify it, but hey, they're here every day. We know that they know. They said there's 26 different stocking points on the river, which is stocked from November to March. and they expect about 2,500 fish to be stocked a week, which is phenomenal. They said somewhere between 60 to 65,000 rainbows, and whether you call them golden rainbows, goldens, palominos, those are stocked over 6 miles of water. Now they also said the place is good through the month of April and into May, even though stocking is ending in late March. Keep in mind, this is Oklahoma, where there are 3 trout limit per day. Most states are way more than that. If you come to Oklahoma, make sure you pay attention to that new limit that started September 11th, 2021. And come up here and have a great time enjoying Oklahoma's trout waters. Pautzke products are available at sporting goods stores near you. If you can't find the specific color, size that you want, make sure to go to Pautzke.com. And as a thank you for watching Pautzke Outdoors, we're going to show you a coupon code to be used for 10% off your next order.